Hello and welcome everyone in the chemistry lecture. Hope all of you are good and doing well. So in this particular video, in this particular lecture, so I am going to discuss with you the one of the compound which is mostly used in many field. That compound is carboxylic acid, particularly from the area that is from organic chemistry. It's very useful for UG as well as at the PG. Let's move on to the content of today's lecture. So what I am going to discuss in particularly from carboxylic acid. So first of all, the carboxylic acid is look like here. So it is simply the formula is RCOOH. That means it attached with, that is the main functionality is carbonyl group which directly connected with the OH, and the whole functional group is simply represented as CO2H or COOH. Now when COOH group is attached with or binded, covalently bonded with R, that R is maybe alkyl group, maybe aryl group, maybe alkanyl group, okay, whatever it may be a carbon containing group. So that whole compound is called as a carboxylic acid. So it is one of the important organic acid. It is important organic acid. So particularly from carboxylic acids, what we have to today we'll discuss about the first of all the structure of carboxylic acid, its nomenclature, so like a common system and as well as from IUPAC system, preparation of some carboxylic acids, how to prepare, like esterification process, the chemical reactions as well as chemical reactivity, and important compounds of carboxylic acid that includes first of all the oxalic acid, lactic acid, benzoic acid, and later on what the salicylic acid, which is important intermediate in or a precursor of many drugs particularly. Okay, so what is carboxylic acid now? Carboxylic acid is an organic acid having COH group. So the general formula of any carboxylic acid is RCOH. I already told you, or simply represented as RCO2H, where that R is nothing but the alkyl group, alkenyl group, or one can say aryl, etc. Now the importance of carboxylic acids are, the carboxylic acids are many found in amino acids, which is building block of what that proteins, then also found in fatty acids. Okay, so as per the resonance theory particularly here, so this carboxylic acid is having acidic proton. It donates the proton easily or it releases the proton easily, it becomes form a carboxylate ion, which is the more stable one. So that's why carboxylic acids are quite more acidic than compared to what alcohol. We can compare with this two now. So this is the structure of what alkoxide. Okay, alkoxide, that oxygen is directly binded with sp3 hybridized carbon, while in case of what carboxylate ion, that negative charge is binded with the sp2 hybridized carbon. So here this carboxylate ion have resonance particularly, and that's why due to that resonance particularly, so it is a more stable now. Okay, this is called as a resonance hybrid. This will be a resonance hybrid of your compound. So because of that stability of what carboxylate ion, the carboxylic acids are quite more acidic than compared to the simple alcohols and other kind of the acids now. So that what factors which are affects on the acidic character, it depend upon that R now particularly. So if electron donating or withdrawing groups are attached to that, so that will decided the acidic strength of particularly carboxylic acid now. What happened here now? You know that electron releasing groups, that is electron donating group, when attached to carboxylic acid, the acidic strength will be decreases. While electron withdrawing groups are attached to that carboxylic acid now, then acidic strength will be increases now. Okay, that will be the same case in case of what aromatic acids also. Okay, but some effects are like ortho effects is the dominant here. That's why we can easily compare the aliphatic as well as what the aromatic carboxylic acids. Let's see some examples of carboxylic acids. So carboxylic acids are about many example. which is starting from what formic acid, that is called as methanoic acid. So here the general formula for the formic acid is HCOH. We have acetic acid, we have what ethanoic acid like ethanoic, propanoic. This is what propanoic acid. Some aromatic acids like benzoic acid, etc. So these are the some examples of what your carboxylic acids. Okay. Later on, that carboxylic acids are further classified on the basis of type of what skeleton of particularly some. So first of all, carboxylic acids are classified on the basis of their saturation or unsaturation. So first is called as saturated carboxylic acid, saturated and unsaturated. Second one, classification based on what aromatic and aliphatic skeleton. So first is aliphatic, second is a aromatic. Okay, like that. Some are cyclic and acyclic. So there are many classifications are there, cyclic and acyclic. So these are the some one can say the classification regarding the carboxylic acid. Now, so what are the physical features of what or physical properties of what carboxylic acid? Now, so here in case of what physical properties, so first we will consider the solubility. So in physical property, now carboxylic acids are polar molecules. So all of you know that what is the polarity now, particularly because of what the charges it have the polar character, and you know that these are the lone pair, and here also the lone pair. Basically these are called as hydrogen acceptor. Okay. So now the both group like CO as well as OH, both are what one can say they are electronegative elements. They have like oxygen and they are easily participate in hydrogen bonding. So basically carboxylic acids are polar, so they can easily soluble in the any polar solvent. Okay. Now up to that 5 member, for example we have C1 to C5 member of what any carboxylic acid, so they are easily soluble in water. So all are what soluble in water now. So why? Because of simple hydrogen bonding. But beyond that C5, okay, the solubility quite decreases because of what the alkyl group, because of that carbon now. So basically one can simply say that carboxylic acids are polar and they can easily soluble in the polar solvent. Okay. So first of all you should aware about that the physical phenomena. Okay. So this is called the solubility. Later on, what the boiling point. So this is what the solubility. Now next what is the boiling point. Now, what is that boiling point? So what about the boiling point of carboxylic acid? Generally as per the solubility, so boiling point that also decided what the solubility now. So carboxylic acids particularly they are higher boiling point. So always remember this one. So I have the general structure like this one, RCO2H, which is always have high boiling point compared to what the simple water now. Okay. So here one can consider like this one. So the difference is that why this is so now, because of the more hydrogen bonding, and carboxylic acid show the type of what hydrogen bonding. So I will show you the structure of why carboxylic acids are one can say soluble in what water. So this is what the structure particularly here. This is one more carboxylic acid. Now look at this one. So this is the dimer of what carboxylic acid. This is called as a dimer of carboxylic acid, and that dimer shows the hydrogen bonding, and that's why one can say it is a soluble in water, or that's why the boiling point should be the more particularly than what the other. The another behavior or another physical property of what carboxylic acid is the acidity. So acidic strength now. So according to which theory? So carboxylic acids are what acidic one. So according to what Lowry and Bronsted one. So one can call it as a Lowry and Bronsted acid based theory. According to this theory, carboxylic acids are the proton donor, so they donate the proton easily, and so I will show you the reaction how it will be act as a proton donor. So this is what RCOH, and by giving the proton, so it converts to the carboxylate ion. So as per the theory, that is Lowry and Bronsted acid base theory, this is a type of a common acid now. And one can say carboxylic acids are not much more acidic in strength particularly. So its total acidic strength is depend upon the substituents which are attached to that one can say the carboxylic group now. So here I have some examples particularly here. So say example, I have acetic acid CH3COOH. I have one more example is a formic acid COH. I have another example is aromatic acid like HCOOH. Okay, and the later on what the one more example is a chloroacetic acid. So this will be the okay, this is what chloroacetic acid. Now you can compare the acidic strength particularly for this one. You know that there is a one equation in acidic strength particularly, the pKa value is inversely proportional to what acidity. Remember this one. Okay, and now we have 4 examples are given to you now. So plus I effect, remember this one. So plus I effect decreases the carboxylic acidic strength, minus I effect increases the strength of carboxylic acid. Now in acetic acid, a methyl group is there now. So the pK value, so here I will show you the pK of all 4 acids. pK value for this one 4.76. pK value of formic acid is 3.75. pK value of what benzoic acid is 4.2, and pK value of what chloroacetic acid is 2.86 for example. And if I have dicarboxylic acid, I have what dichloroacetic acid, then the pK value is what 1.2 now. So you can compare the pK with the acidic strength now. So out of these 4 carboxylic acids particularly, the more acidic one is this one. So I will give the number is A. Then later on the number is what give to formic acid. Then C will be this one, and the here D will be here. So you can have this 4 simple example that indicate that here this is a minus I effect. Now here this is a minus I effect, so that's why the acidic strength will be the more. Okay, then later on the formic acid, there is no plus sign plus or minus I effect is there, so it is a neutral type of what molecule, so must be the more acidic one. Now in case of what benzoic acid, in case of what acetic acid now, so both are what carboxylic acids, but in case of what this one, so it show the withdrawing tendency while this one show the donating tendency. So so as per the pK values tells that the acidic strength of what carboxylic acids. So must remember all these examples. Okay, and we have one more example, that is dicarboxylic acid. You know that dicarboxylic acid is one best example is oxalic acid. Now this is dibasic acid because it gives the 2 protons particularly, and in case of what dibasic acid, so it have 2 different pK value. Suppose example it loses the first proton, so it becomes like this one, and if it donate the all, that is both the proton, so it becomes like this one. So here the pK value for first case, that is first protonation is 1.27, and for the second one is a 4.14. So in the case of a trichloroacetic acid, so I will give the one more example. Now look at this one. So this is dichloro, and this is trichloro. Now the pK value for dichloroacetic acid, as already told you, it is 1.29, and for this is a 0.65. Look at this one. So here minus I effect is increases. Here are 2 chlorines and these are the 3 chlorine. That's why the acidic strength will be increases now. So here for 1 chlorine it is 2.86, for 2 chlorine it is 1.29, and for 3 chlorine it is a 0.65 now. So pK value is decreases, acidic strength will be what the increase this now. So the very simple reason is that the proton, after the donation of the proton, that carboxylate ion is stabilized by the negative charge is delocalized on the electronegative groups or electron withdrawing groups now. That's why it is a more acidic one.